Yeah, would anybody like to share? In chat is also fine. Coming on voice is also fine. Any thought running in your mind? Yeah, whether you did, as I said, it was not really important to do with the child, but more the churning as to, yeah, this the whole thought about, hey, when we are thinking about what is to learn, is it our need, is it our want, and where is this want coming from? Why do we want the child to learn something? Like Rama was saying, take baths. Okay, we'll not get into that, Rama. Uh, but yeah, what is it that we are? Yeah. Yeah, that is fine, Suresh, that learning is happening by seeing, listening, doing, reflecting. The thing is, more important is this what part here. What is it that we want the child to learn? Or are we okay with leaving it to the child that, okay, you are the leader, you decide what do you want to learn? I think there could be some basic ones like the bath one. But other than that, is there anything that, so what's going on in your mind? Yeah. Yeah. Anybody wants to come on mic and share any thought, anything going on in your mind? Hey, any buts going on that, hey, yeah, but what about this? And what about that? Oh, well, seems to be at peace with, yeah, co-creation is obviously the core thing. If we can co-create, uh,
How could child learn writing without?
hmm, okay, okay. How could child learn writing? Hmm. Okay, so let's take that as an example. So we had covered how much what all the child can learn from self. If you're seeing that, I'm just recapping the slides from yesterday, and then we said that the child can learn from people if the child has passion for something. Uh, let's also little spend time on what are the kind of activities that the child can do, or let's say how what are the kind of activities we can do to learn, or the other way around, for the sake of activities, forget learning. What all can we do? And let's keep the writing part in the background, and let's not just think of the child. Let's say even I want to learn how to write, as in not just learn how to write the letters or the words, but actually learn writing, like let's say become a write articles or stories or whatever else, poetry, or I don't know what all you guys would like to read. um, so what is it, what all are the different kind of activities one can do within life? We're talking about the kinds of activities, not specifically for writing. Let's see how it evolves for writing. So let's start with that. What kind of activities can we do? Start with anything. Okay, we can tell stories. We can tell. Yeah, I like tell stories better than storytelling, because storytelling is like one like a profession, but we all tell stories, no? Okay, so we can tell stories, we can do journaling, yeah. So when you're saying dancing and singing, we are talking about the activity itself could be doing something, right? Just the doing. I want to sing, I'm singing. I want to do, I want to draw, I'm drawing. Yeah, so the doing is the activity. Journaling is writing about it. Telling stories is talking about it. I can talk about my dancing or I can talk about my drawing. That's the telling stories. Tell the story about what you did. Okay, what else can the activities be? Like, to give you an example, uh, one activity is, yeah, okay, yeah, we can converse or discuss it. Yeah. So one activity can be to converse and discuss it. Yeah, so we can do uh, activities with real world, as in we can do task. So when you say we have to compute money while buying veg, to me that we are doing a task or a chore. Right? That's a day-to-day requirement. Um, okay. What else? What are the other different types of activities we can do? For example, uh, we can create something. So when one is we are singing, and when we say, no, no, let's create a song. Let's create a new song. So we are creating something. Yeah, we can do researching. We can do research about, let's say, how to write, or how to write a story, or how to compute money, or so on. So we can do research. Yes. What else? What else can? What are the type of activities? Yeah, so Kanpriya, when you say writing through pics like collage, that's just a way of writing, but I'm still writing. Yeah, so I'm doing the activity. I'm generalizing because it could be you're talking about writing, somebody could be talking about something else. Um, yeah, we can play some games about it, play games. Yeah. Yeah, when you're playing a sport for the sake of playing a sport, you are doing. So we're going back to the doing here, right? Again, I'm not specifically here talking about um, I'm talking about the type of activities one can do. Yeah, read about it. It's research, read about it. Yeah, that's same in a way. So, Nitisha, when you're saying gardening, no, we are not talking about the different content areas. That way, the one can do gardening, one can do embroidery, one can do crochet. No, no, no. We're not talking that way. We're saying to explore gardening, what are the different kind of activities? If you see, to explore gardening, we can tell stories, we can journal, we can converse and discuss. This is just for gardening itself. Yeah, so we make notes about, is that what you're saying, Kanupriya, when you say we make notes about whatever, if we like singing, we can make some notes. So we can listen to a song and say, uh, what all goes in there. Yeah, yes, we can touch and feel if we can touch and feel something. Not everything we can touch and feel. Hmm. Yeah, we can do observing. So that's a good one. So observing is a very interesting activity. Observing and listening. So listening will come under observing. So if I want to learn singing or explore singing, I can observe how somebody is singing, or I can listen carefully, parts of it or parts of it again and again. So that's an activity, observing, listening. Okay, let me put listening separately. Uh, what else? Questioning, yes, we can do questioning about it. Hey, why is this like this? How can I do like this? Where this kind of beat will fit in my singing, or where is all why is this written like this? If I have a chocolate wrapper, I can open the chocolate wrapper and read. Why are they writing all of these? What is written on the wrapper? What is required to be written on a wrapper? And that itself is a beautiful activity. If I'm making my own chocolate and wrapping it up, what all will I write on that wrapper? Yes, so we can have questioning. Yes. Yeah, journaling, reflection. Okay, I can write reflection separately, but that's similar to journaling. Yeah, journaling is one way of reflecting. So we can do reflection activities. What else can we do? What are the other kind of activities we can do to explore anything, any content area? More ideas? What kind of activities can we do? Yeah, we can experiment. Yes, absolutely. We can experiment. We can experiment with different kind of singing. We can experiment with different spellings. Have you experimented with different spellings for the same word? It's so much fun to create your own spellings, to experiment with, or how children, will put one letter at the end of every word. So if I have to say I am going there, I will say I am going there. You know, so that's experimenting with our language. Yes. Yeah, discussion. We at Jyoti, we already wrote converse, discuss, so we can discuss about it. But experiment is awesome fun. Yes. Yeah, okay, we can express about it in a way. We can put it into a physical form. So the song can be expressed as a poetry, or the song can be expressed as a dance, or a song can be expressed as an art. Why not? Or a craft. Why not? Oh yes, we can do role play. I like role play and theater for about anything. Absolutely, we can do lots of role plays. In fact, children do this role play is one of their very interesting way of doing anything. They'll suddenly become that. They can become a song. They can become a singer. They can become tan 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 tan. Tan. I can act it out like a guitarist on the stage. Yes. What else? So just realize that all of these we can do for a particular content area, whether it's singing, writing, crochet, um, playing tennis. We can do any for all of this for anything. Yeah, we wrote creation somewhere. Gautam, we wrote somewhere creating. Yeah, creating we wrote here. Ah, okay, but somebody said hiking. Okay, hiking by itself is an activity, but we can go to places. Um, if that is what is coming out of that, yes, we can visit. One of the activities is visit a place. Let's say visit a place where music is created and see how people are creating music, or visit a place where a lot of writings are, like a library, right? So we can visit places. So visiting is one, or yeah, or you can call it travel, though the travel could be just in your neighborhood. Um, Mhm. What else? So when you're saying yeah, introspection, we took reflection. I hope that's same as and also journaling. Mhm. And you say solving puzzle, but that's about the puzzle. That's the doing part, the third one. In fact, let me put it up there. Doing is we can also we can one of the activities we can do is we can get taught, right? We can ask somebody to teach us, give us a lecture on it or a demonstration on it. Right? Like I can ask you, hey, demonstrate how do you sing this particular thing, or how do you make this particular loop in crochet, or how do you kick the ball in a certain way, like how the coaches will demonstrate. Or I can even look it up on a YouTube. How is the demonstration happening? Yeah. What else? What else? Let's take one or two more. I mean, there is more in this list, but we can add more to it. So what we are saying is, I hope you're getting that just um, any content area, whether it's economic, so whether it's sorry, not journaling, uh, journalist as in writing as a journalist, or whether it is doing gardening, for any of this, all of these can be done. Silent practices. Yeah, so some kind of a game, or it's you're also saying the touch and feel, sensory activities. Yes, absolutely. We wrote that touch and feel. What else? What else can we do? Okay, think and contemplate. Yes, yes. Why not? So I'm assuming this is a little different from. Right, role play we did. Yeah, role play we wrote, Rama. And yeah, teaching we said taught. Okay, we teaching. Okay, that's nice. Yes, so another activity is to teach, where we are teaching. Yes. Conflict resolution. So that's like doing the conflict resolution. Okay, so we can do some exercises. Yes, we can download some exercises and do those, if that is what you mean. Absolutely. We can do exercises in singing, exercises in playing football, exercises in crochet. Why not? Yes, teach someone. I like teach someone. In fact, teaching someone is great. You can get paid for it. See, I'm here. So that's a earning exercise. Yeah, let's write that. We can earn something out of it. That's a beautiful exercise. When we earn, we automatically learn. So let's do some business out of it, kind of thing. So let's earn or do some business out of whatever. Singing. I can try and sell my song. Maybe go to a restaurant and say I'll sing for your customers. Or stand outside your restaurant and sing and get customers by singing. So we can earn out of singing. Yeah, Suresh, that's a content. We talked about that gardening or growing is a content. But for growing plantation farming, we can do all of this. Are you getting the difference between the content and the activities to develop ourselves, our knowledge, our concepts, our skills in that content area? Yeah, we'll little more talk about the different contents tomorrow. I have some content maps to show, and when we come to our role, finding patterns in various form of content. Yeah, that's more like researching. Okay, I will say finding patterns, and also in observing we find patterns. So okay, I think we have got quite a bit here. There will be few more, so we can always add more as the ideas come to us as we see something happening, and um, yeah. So socializing is okay. Yeah, meet people in that. Of meet people who are in the same passion. Okay. Yeah, so that's the socializing here. So we can use singing to socialize. We can go to singing groups, or we can call people and sing together. Um, or sing for somebody. Somebody's unwell. Oh, I'll come and sing for you. So beautiful, right? We can just go singing. I can share a video with you. My wife was not well, so there are these four children who traveled from Bangalore to our campus and danced and sang for her the whole day. I have videos for them, amazing. So it can be so beautiful how how we can just go to somebody to do something for them. Yes, yeah. So in a way, helping. Yes, helping, apprentice thing. We can be apprentice with somebody else. Yes. So there you go. I think we've done quite a bit. So to learn any one thing, somebody said writing. Now you have so many ways to learn something. Yeah, and there will be more. I mean, it's not like the end of the list. So how are you feeling about it? That I want to learn something, physics, astronomy. I can do all of this. No? I can role play to be a shooting star, or I can role play to be the earth and the moon, and so on. I can do anything in any field. You realize how much fun learning, and it need not be done like a task. Maybe call it activities, but it need not be done it that way. It can be spread over a huge amount of time and come very naturally to us. I'm going to a friend's house to do what? To watch stars in the night. But you're going in the day. Yeah, we will first explore what all we will watch and then watch in the night. So how it can be. We call it star parties, where we go in the night to a dark place and then we just lie on the floor of the terrace and then we just watch stars. Have you done a star party ever? No. Stars don't only mean in the movie stars. So we do star parties. You come over to Aarohi campus and we'll do star parties. Jan, Feb, March, April is a good month to do astronomy star parties, where we lie in the terrace, we get some food and nice warm drinks, uh, and we do star parties. So should I write here? Do parties? Yeah, why not? In fact, one of the child was saying she's into baking, so can she collaborate with others? I said do baking parties. Call whoever is interested in baking, any age, and say we'll just have fun baking and talking and dancing about baking. Right? We will just be in one room baking, and having a party about it. No teaching, no learning explicitly. Just have a party around baking. Why not? Right? And then I said, and all the whatever you finally bake, you can send me also. But she never did. Anyways, that's a different story. Um, yeah, see, so the whole idea is that we are a do be do, right? We are the B part is important. I am a being, a person, and we'll go into that right away. The being part, but the being is always starting with doing something or ending with doing something, and in between is this the being, the human being that is me, that is involved in this doing, even if it is thinking, even if it is sleeping over it. Nobody said activity is sleeping over it, but it's reflection. Like, do you get the idea of do be do? This being, which is me, which is accepted, which my ways, styles, we talked about in the leadership. But the idea is that we are doing. And the core of doing lies in this little word, challenges. Doing is always challenging. So activities, all of these activities are challenging, and children love these challenges. Especially, just to give you an example, in this particular image, we went out into the wild and we did what we call a survival challenge. We said we will have 5 matchsticks, that's all, and we'll not carry any other material except for a pan and our raw materials. Okay, we'll not carry a knife, we'll not carry a spoon. Right? Now we have to go and cook. Cook. We have the food stuff with us, the raw materials. We have one pan and nothing else. Right? So we have to collect sticks. We have to try and cut or break the vegetables and stuff like that. We have to try many ways of doing it. And then we have to light up a fire with just 5 matchsticks, and we have to cook food. This one is like such a challenge. It is so much fun. Okay, so this is just an example of an activity where you are giving yourself a challenge. So if you allow me, I'll just go back here and add a last one. Oh, I'm just the right place. Challenges. We just take up challenges because it's so much fun. Right? Again, the challenge is not to come out perfect. A lot of failures happen, but that's the fun part of challenges. We all love it. Okay, I'll just take a quick pause and a little drink of water. While if any one of you is having any thought running in your mind, if you want to share and chat or voice, please come over and then we'll jump to the next part. No thoughts? Excited with all the challenges? At least say I'm excited. So many things to do in any domain, in any field, in it to learn or explore anything. No, not even excited. Relieved, say, oh, only relieved, not excited. I am already very. So activities are not for learning anything. Please, please, please remember this gyan from me. Okay, activities are not to learn anything. Activities are to activate. That's where the word comes from.
Mm.
Activities are to activate our juices, our adrenals, our neurons, our senses, our our limbs and hands and eyes and social relationships, and activities are to activate. When people say learning activities, I say I don't want learning activities. I want joyous activities where I'm just activated. Who cares what I will learn out of it? In one activity, one can learn millions of things. So let's not gauge activities by learning objectives. In corporates they do that, or in education system they put, what are the learning outcomes of this activity? I say, no, no, no. I don't want to do learning outcomes. I want to just activate myself. when I'm stimulated, when I'm excited. Yeah, you take this one from me. I have learned this not on my own. I was also the learning objective kind, but I learned this from children. They will take an activity and convert it into an activation, and I was like, wow, I never looked at this like this. And that's how I learned from them to have joy in life. I mean, unless you have some other very interesting objective in life, like earning money and all that, yeah, we become to result or output. If you have those, good, but I like joy in life, and money then becomes a side thing, you know. Okay, so let's change channel. I'm halfway through, so we are halfway through in terms of time, and let's move this channel to what is as part of all of this. There is something else to activate and to learn, and that is this. What is Chitu Krishnamurti saying? He's saying to understand life is to understand ourselves. And that is the beginning and the end of the education. I think it's a very, very profound thought. So, all these activities are going to do something to me. They're making me grow and glow in certain ways, which need not be put down, which can't be put down on the paper, at least at the beginning. You can reflect and put that down, right? So what are we talking about? What is this self? What is this understand ourselves that Krishnamurti is talking about? So I'm just putting it very simply as understanding self means I'm exploring, sorry, understanding, yeah, oneself means exploring the self part. We'll come to what could be self, understanding relationships, and understanding emotions. Are these important to you? If these are important, these three things, the self, we'll come to define the self and relationships and emotions. That is important to you. Give me yes, a Y in the chat so I know. Yes, that's because this is also a content area in a way, and this is also the container. So till now we were talking about content areas, but we are also we are the containers. I have my thoughts, which is the self part. In some ways, I have the way of I do something. That's again the self part, and so on. And then I have relationships with people around me, and then I have emotions. Yeah. So this is the container. So till now we're talking about the contents, let's say singing, writing, crochet, astronomy, blah blah blah. Now we're talking about, oh, what about the container? Let's kind of little develop it. Now somebody can argue with me, and I will love to agree with that argument that if we just do this do and the bee will already start glowing. So if you are my kind, you will only worry about doing, not too much about the self. But anyways, let's explore the self also. Mm. Yeah, okay, yes, yes, Suresh, we have to understand it. And part of it is already there. We can understand a lot of ourselves by doing a lot of different things. See, for example, if somebody says, I like physics, if I'm only going to do science experiments and study it in the books, then I'm not really putting me into it. I'm not really exploring the container of physics. But if I do all of this, then I'm automatically exploring the container of it, not just the science experiments and let's say the studies from the book, the research and the read part. So, in some ways, yes, we understand. But let's say, okay, and let's quickly move to. So, you have to tell me what would you like to learn about self, or what would you like to explore about self? Yeah, let's start this list. Let's fill this up quickly. What would you like to explore about you? Emotions are separate. So right now, don't put emotion in this list. And relationship, I've also separated. So we'll talk about uh, what about self. We'll talk about what about emotions, and we'll talk about what about relationships. Though relationship and emotions are part of the self. Okay, Rama is saying perseverance. Yes, let's persevere to make them take bath. Rama, I'm with you. I'm your team. Right. I was saying origin. Sorry, Rama, if I'm pulling you on your bath thing. I hope it's okay. Dhaval Singh origin. Sorry, I didn't get that. What do you mean by origin? As in you're saying the history of self? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Thanks, Rama. Uh, Curiosity. Okay. So you want to know about. how you are curious. Oh, history of mankind is a content area that will go in the previous section. Um, because then we are not, then that's like a subject in that sense, or a content. About me, my history is only 56 years old, I'm not beyond that. That's not my history. That's all theory. Conflicts, okay. Although conflicts can come in relationships, but still, okay, I'll put it since you're saying. Yeah, conflicts with self. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm sorry, I didn't read that clearly. Yes, exploring multiple channels. Which TV are we talking about? Can you be about which? Sorry, elaborate, please. Which multiple channel? Oh, that way, past life. Okay, if you want, fair enough. Past life, I'll put that down. Yeah, little tell me more about exploring multiple ways. But that is the activities part. What do you mean by exploring multiple ways? Do you want to understand your way of thinking? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, what is thoughts in mind? So thoughts or self-talk, as you're saying, the chattering. If that is what you meant, then okay, I'm there. Patience, okay. Needs and wants, okay. Love, yes. In fact, yeah, yeah. Mhm. Come on, more about the triggers. Yes, what triggers us? Sincerity. Okay. Mm. Okay, the lows and the highs, but that's more like emotions. We'll come to emotions separately. Um, mm, joy. Why don't we listen? So behaviors. Are we talking about our behaviors?
Actually, I want to say like it's not when I observe myself or others, what I see is like we are not listening each other.
Mm-hmm.
We are in our on our like thoughts or on our what we call dharna or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
our belief. So that what I want to mean by listening. We actually we don't listen. We are listening our thoughts.
Sure, sure. I won't say completely we are not listening. It's a mixing of. So we'll go when we talk about relationship. You can talk about that more if you're talking about listening to others. But yeah, let me put that down. Listening. Uh, I wouldn't say we are not listening. I would say we are listening and quickly mixing that listening with our own thoughts, our own talking. So we are listening and talking is all nicely mixed up. Now, how much is the proportion is a different thing. Fears. Okay, so again, we are going into emotions. So I'm skipping the emotion because we have a separate section on emotions, strengths and weakness. Yeah. Uh, no, I don't. Give me another word. They're not. There's nothing like a strength and nothing like a weakness. My strength can become my weakness in a situation, and my weakness can become a strength in a situation. So, what are we talking about, Kanupia? Not strength and weakness. Tell me something else. Give me another word. I don't like this word strength and weakness. If somebody would tell me, hey, tell me your strength and weakness, I said, full of me is strength and full of me is weakness. Right? The complete me. Expectations. Okay, yes, I can talk about self is expectations, whether they give disappointment or they give me lots of earnings. Either ways, capabilities. I love that. Capabilities. Yes, we have to talk about our capabilities. Kanupri, you have to still give me another word for that. Yeah. And you can give many words for that if one word doesn't define that. But no, I don't like strength and weakness. Sorry, I'm not agreeing with that. Oh, somewhere didn't we write intentions? We wrote intentions. Yes, yes. Thinking, yes. Thinking, we wrote. Thoughts, self talk, yes. Yeah, understanding what is unique in us. Yes, uniqueness, our uniqueness. Yes. So that's part of the self. What else? What else? Uh, management. Sorry, which management is that, Jyoti? What do you want to manage? Self-management, are you talking about? How do I self-manage myself? And though I don't like this term management, I don't really manage myself. I just live. But anyway, I'll keep it there. Yes, self-care. And what do you mean by self-care? I'm writing it there. Do you mean bath and all like Rama's talking about? Sorry, Rama. I'm just going to pull you on that. Just having fun. Whims and fancies, yes. Whims and fancies, yes. Yes, yes, whims and fancies. We live out of them. Well, our judgments, yes, we can talk about our judgments, whims and fancies, yes. You have to tell me more what is self-care. I have no idea what is self-care and self-management. These two, either you have to tell me more or you'll have to think more about it. What is it? But let's take few more. What else do we want to know, learn, understand, explore? Yeah, let's use the word understand here. What else do we want to understand about self? Mhm. Anything else? I'm sure there are many more. Okay, body care. Yeah, but body care is not like self. That is more like the. Okay, fair enough. Self care. I'll leave it there. Self images. Yes. What images we have? Oh, another strength and weakness. Yeah. So, Vinita, I was saying you have to give us another word for strength and weakness because everything that we have is also a strength and also a weakness. So, then you're talking about the whole of me. Stress. Okay. How do I take stress? Interpretations. How do I interpret something? Interpret something. Yeah. Are you also talking about your perspective, beliefs? Yes. Okay. Spiritual self. Yes. Okay. I think we can pause here. I'm sure you can add more to the list. Again, the slide is open and you can always keep copying these slides and making more of it. You will say, Ratna, you didn't spend too much time on it. Fair enough. So let's quickly move on to, if you're okay, to how. How do we look at this slide again? Just a overview. How do we understand self? So what do we do? Is self a curriculum? See, that's the problem. I think about the schooling curriculum. It's talking about contents. It's giving a lot of importance to, let's say, maths or language or history or geography or civics or science. But what about the self, the container? Now, is it assumed that it's a school job is only to do these contents and the self has to be done at home? If that's an assumption, fair enough. Then please tell me how. How do I work on this? Yeah. So please enlighten me. Please help me. How can I understand this self? And we have to think of self as a curriculum. If you're not thinking of, we are missing out the most important subject, which is me. Right? We can't afford to miss that. Okay. So how do we do it? Okay. Self-awareness, awareness. Okay. Reflection. Yeah, okay, we can do this by reading, and I'll include scriptures here, whether you read latest modern thoughts or scriptures, role play. Okay, by observing, is that self-awareness? Observing, okay, maybe we can observe by questioning. Yes, nice, nice, nice. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I need this. I need this from you all. This is your gift to me. How do I understand self? Or how do I even know myself? Forget understanding. How do I know? Okay. Meditation. Okay. What else? What else? How do I know and understand and explore this self and grow this self? Okay. By people, through people. Yeah. So interacting with people, interacting with people. Okay. Yeah, relationships and interacting. We'll come to relationships. As I said, we've separated relationship, although it's not a separate thing. Taking up challenges. Okay, give me an example. What kind of challenges Or you're saying any task or any challenge will do all of this, will make me connect with myself. Is that what you're saying, Rama? Then I'm totally with you. That's why I put the challenges slide, right? Uh, this is staple diet. Yeah, first slide. And yeah. Please don't worry about overlap. We are all gitch pitch, mashed up, overlap creatures. Yes, feedback. Ah, that's a nice one. Yes, we can seek feedback. Give feedback, seek feedback. Yeah, teaching, sharing. That's why you guys should share more in the group, and I will learn. No? What else? What else? Mindfulness is the same as self-awareness, or is it different, Rama? I don't know too much, so I'm mindfulness. Okay. I always mistake mindful that oh, my mind is always full of garbage, that is mindfulness. Too many thoughts or too many sensations, putting thought to every word or action. Okay, yeah, thought to action. So, okay, and that should that go into about me or rather instead of here? Yeah, journaling, reflection. Yeah, yeah, questioning. We have already put questioning. Why? Yeah. Yeah, awareness, that's Vinita, when you say be calm and listen, that I think is awareness, observing, listening. Okay, listen. Ah, experimenting. Um, I'll give you an example of this. I love this experimenting. Okay. Have you started with your day said, and today I will experiment with which capability of mine? Is that a beautiful question to ask in the motion? Maybe I will say I will experiment with perseverance, or I will experiment with patience, or I will experiment with courage, or I will experiment with whatever word comes to your mind. Those strengths and weaknesses you were talking about. So those ones, let's experiment with them. And we put that as an agenda. Today, in whatever I'm doing, I'm going to experiment with perseverance. Isn't that beautiful? Why do we have to do science experiment? This experiment is more important, isn't it? I don't like science experiment. I like science, but I don't like the experiments. Yeah, so experiment is awesome. Playing around. Nobody said playing around. Playing around. Let me put few of mine. Playing around. Fooling around with myself. Fooling around with, bashing myself and bashing what is inside me. Yeah. For example, if today all of you decide, this is my favorite, so you will keep hearing it in different places. If you decide to paint your nose red or any other funny color and go out and do all your daily things, go to work, go to supermarkets. Now I am experimenting with something. I'm putting something on my nose, and it's not about what people will think. See what it does to you during the day, or wear your shirt inside out, or wear your something else, do something different. So you have to experiment with self. We don't experiment with ourselves. Children do that. They will come up with all kinds of things, and they're actually experimenting. They're hardly caring about what others are thinking. They're experimenting ourselves. So this experimenting more than the children is for us. At least that's what I think. It's for me. One day I was wearing a new shirt and with that price tags hanging. So the kid said, "Uncle, you haven't removed the price tag." I said, "Yeah, I'm showing off. I've got a new T-shirt. What if you don't notice?" So, so we have to experiment with ourselves. What does it feel to wear the price tags out? And then everybody's, oh, this is this T-shirt. Oh, you bought it from here. Oh, this much it costed. It led to so much of conversation, just that wearing the price tag out, right, and not hiding them or tearing them and throwing them away. Okay, so somebody's saying understanding emotions, feeling. There you go. We jump into emotions. So what about emotions? What do you want to know, understand, explore, learn about emotions? Please tell me. Just saying understanding emotion is not enough, Suresh. We have to dive into it. So let's dive into this pool called emotions. This is also part of self, but we want to take it separately. At least I want to do it separately. Yeah, you have to tell me. Okay. Sorry. Wait. Where we were? Yeah, beliefs. So, are you saying beliefs related to emotions or belief related to self, Rama? I thought, did we write beliefs here? Okay, no, not in the how. In this, yeah, we did write beliefs. It's there. What about emotions? Okay, somebody's saying to control it. Okay, control, monitor. Okay. What about emotions? What do we want to learn about emotions? Mm-hmm. Understand triggers. What triggers a certain emotion? Okay, triggers. Suresh Singh, why I react or feel bad? I would say because you're alive. Thank God for that. Okay, accepting. Okay, react we got in triggers. I hope that is okay. And feel bad. Yeah. So what triggers? So cause effect, if that is what you mean. Yeah. What causes and what effect. So there's a cause, there is a feeling, and there's an effect for it. The cause was, let's say, somebody shouting. The feeling was anger in me, and the effect was I slapped him. Yeah. So yeah, that's the cause and the feeling and the effect. Yeah. Beliefs related to emotions. Okay, fair enough. Beliefs related related to emotions. Sorry. Yeah, I like this. I hope, Kanupriya, you mean how all can I express my emotions? I like this. Can I wear them on my sleeve and now express it in all kinds of ways? Can I shout on top of my voice? That's one way to express. Yeah. What else? What else do we want to understand about emotions? Control, monitor, trigger, accept, cause, effect, setting boundaries to emotions? Is that what you mean? Or to the behavior? You'll have to the okay. I thought we were on emotions, not behaviors, but anyway, okay, I will put that down. Yes, setting boundaries to behaviors. And let me be clear. Yes, setting boundaries to behavior. Yeah, physical sensations. Physical sensation. What else? What else? And what else do you want to learn about emotions? Here, emotions is our curriculum. We are saying, hey, these guys, these emotions keep coming every day. So that's an important curriculum. I hope the world realizes that, right? There's no subject in the school as called as emotions. I really feel bad about it. I feel bad that nobody in my childhood talked about emotions or explored emotions, all of these things, yeah, about emotions. Okay, yeah. Discussion, okay, not trying to subside. Okay, these are all the hows. We'll come to the hows in just a minute. Physical sensation, spirituality. Are you saying you want to understand emotions from the spiritual perspective? Is that what you mean? If that's what you mean, okay. So yes, okay. Okay, so spiritual perspective, then we have what? Thinking perspective. Something of our, uh, like you, Suresh is saying, understanding illusion of mind. Something that we are thinking, which is leading to emotions, no? Right? So thinking. Okay, I'll put illusions in bracket there. Yeah, so there can be a spiritual perspective, a thinking perspective. I was talking about self-love. Okay. Environment impact on emotion. Yes, yes. So the other is the environment. What is happening it? Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's talking about the usefulness of emotion. This is my, I want to understand the usefulness of any emotion. Why is it that the purpose must be serving some purpose? No? If you are part of Jagrati, we'll explore that in more detail. What is the purpose of an emotion? Okay, let me jump to the slide of how emotion. Now, this is all we want to learn about emotion, but how are we going to do it? Or you are saying, let's go to that slide of activities. All the activities will help us here. You can just say that and we can move ahead. How are we going to learn these emotions, learn about emotions? Yeah, I will help you out. I'll just put that slide again where it's by doing all of this. Think and contemplate, listen, observe, express, role play, visit, travel, help. Do a parties of emotions. Have you heard of emotional party? Where you can throw any emotion around and so on. Yeah, observing. Uh, Please have an emotion party very soon. It will really help. I'm telling you, it will help you explore emotion. The only thing you can do that day is throw emotions. No food, no songs, only emotions. Now you'll say, but food brings in emotions. Okay, okay, food allowed. If you're inviting me, good food allowed. Yeah, but let's come back. Any thoughts about how emotions? How are we going to learn all this about emotions? Please tell me or understand all of this. Yeah, role play, crying, expressing. Yeah, and then we are repeating the same list. Anything specific you have in mind? Yeah. Yeah, talking. Yeah, so we're talking about the same things. We've already covered that. In the self, also, we covered all of this. Will all of this meditation, yeah. So, will all of this apply to emotions? Shall we skip this slide? Or is there something specific other than this list? Just look at the house for the self one. If this applies, we can skip it. That's okay. No big deal. Since anyway, emotions are part of self. So whatever we are doing to know the self or understand the self will apply to emotions. Fair enough. I think we can move ahead. If somebody comes up with something very very specific, then we can definitely add it here. One we have added. We have to throw us emotions party, all of us. Okay, what about relationship? What do we want to learn about relationships? Now, we all talk about socializing and open learning, unschooling, homeschooling, schooling, life, and all of that. But it's actually not socializing. I don't like that word socializing. I like relationships. And relationships can be with anybody, even with a shopkeeper. Mutual respect. Okay. Yeah. Let me put that down. When I was a kid, I used to stay in a very small town, and there was one shopkeeper when me and my mom will go there. He will always welcome us as if he like knows us, the whole family, all generations. He will like, oh, hey, come, 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 come. And I'm sure he didn't even remember our names or faces. And I initially thought that, oh, this is only to get more business. But then I realized even if he just passed by, he would show that it was not his, it was his, I don't know what will I call it? I don't think it was for his business. It was just his way of connecting with anybody and everybody. It was so beautiful. Boundaries, okay. Mhm. As in, how do you hit a six out of that boundaries? Where do you hit a six? How to make friends? Okay. What about relationship? How to make friends? Okay. Okay. How to make friends is what I will put from that. And you're also talking about. So, what about relationships? So, we are saying, what do we want to understand about relationships? So, do you want to understand love between people? Okay. You want to put that unconditional. Fair enough. You want to understand acknowledgement. Okay. Right. Attachment. Do you also want to learn detachment from attachment? Right. Nurturing. Okay. You want to understand nurturing, time and emotion. What else? What else we want to understand? Sorry, I'm not sure I understood time and emotion. What else we want to understand about relationship? How do we understand others? Okay. Understand. So, what do you want to understand about others? Their thoughts, their feelings. What do you want to understand? Or everything. Their past, their history, geography. Uh, Everything. No, no. Let's spell it out, Suresh. That's what I meant. I mean, everything is nothing, and we need to specify. Um, Understand. So you'll have to tell me. I'm leaving it. Understanding self through others. Okay. Relationship with nature, with universe. I'm not putting it here. Here, I'm more talking about people relationships. Yeah, understanding relationship with nature, with even with universe, with material things, with table, with chair. Yes, we'll leave that as part of contents. Let's think why they are what they are. Okay, so what are you understanding? Understanding their thoughts. Is that what you mean? Understanding thoughts. Understanding thoughts of others, others' thoughts, opinions. Is that what you're saying? Behavior, intentions, yes, expectations, giving space. How do we give space to others? Yes. What else? What else do you want to understand? Their emotions. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Which relationships are more comforting and why? Okay. We want to understand which comforting in relationships. Yeah, why we are comfortable with some people, why we are not, and so on. What else? Let go in relationship. Mhm. So you see, what I'm trying to get is like how we are co-creating this. We need to, if you think relationship is an important part of our life, we need to put this as a curriculum. We need to say, hey, today or this week, let's see where all we can let go of others. Right? Isn't that an interesting thing to do in the week? To play around with that, to have a letting go party. See, we don't have enough parties. Come on, we're living a boring life. Let's jazz it up. Let's have more parties. Yeah, we can understand types of relationships. Yes. I should have asked that shopkeeper, do you greet your family members the same way as you did greet us? Yeah, if he does, amazing. Even if he doesn't do, it's amazing. That's okay. There's no judgment here. But that's interesting. Yeah, types of relationship. Yeah, love, care. Yeah, what else? What are the ingredients of, right? If you're saying, what are the ingredients of relationships? Being judgmental, non-judgmental. So I will say, what do judgments do in relationship? Being non-judgmental is a result that you want. I don't want it. I'm saying you want. I'm okay with judging people, but I'm just saying if I try and explore where all I'm judging people, why I'm judging people, what it does to me, what it does to them, then that's a good, interesting thing to explore in any relationship. Because in any relationship, we will judge. What is this non-judgment? I don't know. Um, Expectations. So I'm just putting them as points. Expectations. You want no expectations, please put that further. You want no judgments, please put further. But yes, we can understand expectations in a relationship, judgments in a relationship, communication in a relationship. We can expect benefits of relationships. Yes. Expression in relationship. Yes. How all do we express? Yeah. Opinions in relationships. So there's so much to explore in relationships. I can go on and on. I think we can fill up 10 slides. And we're already at 6:03. Yeah, conflicts in relationships. See, differences in relationship in with people. And isn't this beautiful? Don't you think this is extremely important? I mean, no matter what we do, we are all going to have relationships in life, no? And if we are going to have relationships in life, shouldn't this be a core curriculum of our life? Everyday curriculum. If we are not designing this as part of our daily life, then we are not working on relationships. So to try that out, co-create this, co-create what will we observe today. We'll observe behaviors, or we will discuss what behaviors, or we will take videos of behaviors, or intentions, or benefits, or expectations, or judgments, or attachments, or nurturing. There's so much to explore. Ladies and gentlemen, we are alive. Like they say, breathe. So we have to breathe all of these things. And sorry, I keep making jokes of all kinds of serious things like breathe. They say meditate. Yeah, I said, let's meditate on judgments. Why non judgment? Let's first judge. Judgment is also meditation. Why not? Nobody ever said that you have to be non judgmental to meditate. I will say you have to be judgmental to meditate. Okay. Anyways, so I'm just bringing in more masala. Let's not conclude anything, because if you have concluded, oh, we have to be non-judgmental, then we have closed the chapter. Then poor guys, poor children like me, Ratnesh, will suffer. So please don't put that there. Oh, that's because that's an end. If you're looking at it as a non-objective, to me, I'm just looking at it as a spice of life. Sometimes I don't put any spice in food. Sometimes I put lots of sauces, which is the judgment part. Sometimes I put a judgment in a relationship, and sometimes I don't judge. So it's just part of my variety of life. Obviously, you are free to cook. So let's conclude this somewhat, right? Um, right. So we are why are these natural? Why are these there? We are talking about uh, the beautiful part is children are automatically reflecting. They are reflecting with themselves and they are reflecting with others. By reflecting, I don't mean just sitting in one Buddha posture and reflecting, thinking about it all day. They're thinking about why did he do like this and why lovely, how did she do like that, and so on. So they're all the time reflecting, and that's beautiful. That means they are alive. That means they are the leaders of their own relationship. And
Ratnesh,
just 1 minute, let me finish this. And the child is always part of a community. They're always a relationship, and more the merrier in some ways, not necessarily. Even one more pair of legs and hands adds the dynamics to to ourselves. And children are all the time interacting. So the beautiful part is the child is already leading his thoughts, her emotions, her relationships, and so on. The leadership is already there. The co-creation is already there. We can just make it more partying, more exploring, more learning, giving it value, right? Just like how Jiddu Krishnamurti says. Yeah, your question, please, now. Thank you.
okay, we are talking about relation with only with people, but what about nature and I think higher power? We can call it God.
Sure. So that's what there is. I'm not, because this was more to do with self. And if you want to include that, please include that. So all these slides are open. I'm right now specifically focusing on people. Yes. But please go ahead. That's why I'm sending you these presentation. Please add whichever relationship you want to add. If you want to add it under the relationship column, you know. So relationship with higher power, relationship with energies, relationship with nature, relationship with why only nature? Relationship with everything, with my pillow. All right. I have an interesting relationship with my pillow. I spend the whole night with it every day. So there can be so many relationships, right? Relationships, and beautiful that you brought this up. So please add them and please bring them into your learning, into exploring. And not like just because I am older, I have learned more. We all are learning, right? But that's what Krishnamurti says, and I will stay with that. And you can add whatever you want to add in that. Please do that. Please, please, please do that. Whatever you think is important, whichever relationships you think is important. But let's just end this with rereading this thought, because I think this is amazing. I think people should all read this, as in the people who do so-called education. What he's saying is to understand life is to understand ourselves. And that is the beginning and the end of education. Thank you. Have a good day.